And welcome everyone to the Circle Debate Podcast, episode 99. That's right. 99 episodes in, ladies and gentlemen. By God, 99 episodes in.
Almost 100. Almost 100.
Almost 100. Jesus, right? And almost a 2-year anniversary, too. 2 years we've been here on Circle Debate. Ladies and gentlemen, the host is Devious One I've been C, here with my other host, of course. That's what they call him, Mr. 69, and because he has 69 reasons, 69 answers, especially because he's better known as...
Just like Bill Watts, Eddie Graham, Vince McMahon, and Vern Gagne.
Because
he's tired of Gagne.
There you go. And because he's tired of
Stanford Stooge.
You want to look... He's tired of your Stanford Stooges. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. 69 himself, Matt Don Calles Steamboat, ladies and gentlemen.
I can see you. I can see all of you.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Money Mike will be joining us shortly, but let's get into it. Woo, man. What a weekend. A lot, man. And you know what? And we'll talk about also New Japan Strong, the Windy City. I want to talk about that. That was amazing. But let's go ahead and get into this past weekend. We give our predictions, but let's talk about, of course, what happened this past Friday and Saturday. That is Rampage and Battle of the Belts. So let's get into with Rampage first. So, Matt Callis, as we saw, obviously, Adam Hangman Page retaining the AEW World Championship against Adam Cole. And that was a hell of a match, I would say. But people, for some odd reason, were offended. I don't know if you saw, because, you know, it was Easter Sunday weekend. And obviously, you know, with the barbed wire on top of Adam Cole's head, people, you know, got a little bit offended because of religion-wise. I mean, come on.
That wasn't on purpose, though. You know,
no.
that's just coincidence. You know, barbed wire is going to go to your head regardless in a match like that. So that's not at all, it has nothing to do with the day. The day just happened to fall on that day and so forth. So, you know, those people are really reaching.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
I'm with you on that. I'm like, that would have actually never came to my mind. I never thought about it.
Yeah, that wasn't even on my mind for a half second, you know, because that day kind of just came and went, more or less. So, you know, but overall, you know, I'm glad the feud's kind of finally over, and, you know, seeing this upcoming episode, you know, I won't spoil it yet, but I'm pretty sure Adam Cole has a different role to fulfill, you know, in this coming time. You know, just because he didn't win the title doesn't mean he's not going to be a main event player. You've got not one, not two, not three, but four. You have like 4 or 5 other belts you could go for when you're in AEW and still be seen as a top guy, you know. So that's the amazing part of it. But overall, I'd say it definitely made Adam Cole still look strong. But, you know, I'm kind of glad it's over with. The main thing I wanted to talk about was just kind of how, are we going match by match, Ivan, or is this?
No, just overall.
Okay, but the main thing I wanted to ask was like what everybody thought of Dalton Castle, because I know Chris and Mike aren't as. I don't know how familiar Chris is with Dalton Castle. Let me ask Clark Street.
What's going on with Clark Street? Yeah, people are just too, you know.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Family. Don't forget to subscribe to Clark Street Wrestling Podcast.
I want to ask them over at Clark Street, what do you guys think of Dalton Castle? It was your first time seeing it, because I'm already a huge fan of his. He's one of the first people Cody wanted to wrestle when he got free of his WWE contract when he first went independent for Ring of Honor. So Dalton Castle, he's somebody everybody here should look into. That's a future champion. That's a future top heel. He's very interesting. His character, you know, it harkens back to Gorgeous George and all those great flamboyant wrestlers of the past. You know, I mean, Ivan, what do you personally think of Dalton Castle? I'll ask Mike and Chris when they get here, or just Mike when he gets here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Dalton, for me, he's incredible. Yes, he's so charismatic. He does remind me of Gorgeous George. He has a flamboyant, charisma, attitude, and his
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie, yeah, and he has that. I'm not, familiar with his work. I mean, him. It's just he's phenomenal in the ring. I think overall, and you have not seen his work. You can YouTube Dalton Castle, watch all of his matches that he had in Ring of Honor and other independent circuits. The man could go, man. The guy could go. Dalton, he is a future world champion. I think he was a former Ring of Honor world champion for one.
Yeah, he held that title. It was a very long reign, if not the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion, Dalton Castle. And he's somebody everybody should keep an eye on. I want to throw him into a long-running feud. I wouldn't mind seeing him regularly on AEW programming. He could make that TV just richer in flavor. I'm already out with the food references. But,
yeah, absolutely. But let's see what we got comments here. Let's see. Dalton has a great look. He stands out from the AEW roster. He definitely piqued my interest. I'm all about characters when it comes to wrestling, sports, entertainment.
I love that.
Good.
So you get it. You get it. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. That's right. He definitely actually got it, and for sure. But now let's stick to let's go Battle of the Belts now with actually let's stick to Dalton Castle and Jonathan Gresham before we get into the other matches. But that one, I think, for the first time we saw the AEW crowd was in the beginning they were okay, it was kind of quiet, and then later they got more into it.
Dalton Castle was over. Everybody was chanting his name. Dalton Castle.
Oh man, yeah. And I was really happy to see, two Ring of Honor stars in the AEW platform and the AEW crowd. It's the majority of them are not familiar with with the code of honor, with the handshake. They're not really familiar, these two individuals, and I'm glad that they got that exposure on on national television, on a great big platform of AEW. And but the only thing I'm frustrated already, and I'm waiting for it, is when are we going to get their own TV platform for themselves? That's what I'm waiting for. I mean, do you think that maybe Tony Khan is trying to persuade TBS, Turner Network, to add like a 1 hour for them? I mean, what are what are your thoughts? I mean, do you feel like
I think I know. I have a guess of what they might do. They might even do it at. I'm not gonna. Do you want me to spoil it already? The big announcement that was already told.
Not yet, because we gotta say.
Yeah, but I'll just say though they might do it at a big event. Would be a good place to announce the Ring of Honor TV when you have a lot of eyes on the product. Like, get them even glued more to the upcoming things. Okay, you really like this thing that we put on? We got this other thing coming on. Incoming on the CW Ring of Honor 3 hours, or I don't know how many different networks TNT TBS owns. Maybe TNT Ring of Honor when on Friday night. On Thursday night.
Or Tuesday
Monday night.
They can do Tuesdays.
Monday. I'd like Monday up against Raw would be kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, it could be like right after Raw.
Right after Raw would be cool.
Yeah.
So kind of like how Rampage is right now.
Yeah.
So
like after SmackDown is Rampage. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they could definitely. I think they could pull it off. The other one that I'm curious to ask is now that we saw Thunder Rosa retaining her her title versus Nyla Rose. Somewhat of a good match. It wasn't the best, I would say, for her. But the question for you is, who should be next to challenge Thunder Rosa?
There's a lot of heels on this lineup. Seeing like recent events, Tay Conti's already a heel, so we might get to see a different side of her. And I guess you could probably build a story around that because those two are friends. And they hang out together. So you could probably do when friends work as enemies, I guess they have a really good way of selling a storyline, because I know Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan hung out together a lot. so this could be something like that, a very like a good rivalry built off of a friendship behind the scenes. They could do something like that, or, maybe they could bring back Penelope Ford. I don't know what she's doing right now. So a lot of heels.
There is my thing. My concern is the way how these storylines are being told. Is my concern of this, with her with Thunder Rosa and her title ring, because it's now like it's flat. Okay, you got the belt, everybody's happy. I mean, we're all happy, but what's next? And that was
dangerous opponents. Put some
Yeah.
dangerous opponents in the mix.
I just wish that they could really build the storyline though for her. I think that's what it kind of needs. It needs that push. Like if you're
Heel
gonna put
Hikaru Shida. Heel Hikaru
Yes.
Shida.
I wouldn't mind that either.
Heel Serena Deeb.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're able to do, but plot it very well into the story, that it's so it can develop, so it can bloom, and then heading to Double or Nothing, because we're almost there, we're about almost a month away for Double or Nothing.
I think I know I think I know the perfect kind of thing, because like how many have we had a women's triple threat for a title yet?
No, we haven't.
No, so I got Paige Van Zandt and Tay Conti going up against Thunder Rosa, because Tay is still kind of feuding with them, but at the same time she's a heel, so we could have both of them going for Thunder Rosa. She's the baby face, and then both Paige and Tay going for Thunder Rosa's title, and Thunder Rosa could retain still because everybody loves her right now. So, and then you build up the other two and you make them look really good in that match. So that's kind of what I'd recommend.
That, or you could just start off first with Serena Deeb and Shida. Start off with that.
You could have them on the triple threat.
Mm-hmm. While you're developing so far, Tay and Sammy, them, turning it from faces to heels. But we'll get into that. But speaking of that, of Sammy, the other one that I'm really disappointed. The match was great, but what disappointed me was when Sammy, regained the TNT Championship for the third time, first ever 3-time TNT, champion. But my biggest disappointment was Scorpio Sky's title reign. Was this too soon for Scorpio Sky's title reign? I'm really disappointed that happened. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Brian Cook, what's going on, my brother? The problem is I see outside of Serena and Hikaru Shida, who else is on Thunder Rosa's level on the roster? Very few women wrestlers on Earth can match her intensity. I mean, yes, I could agree with that in a certain level, but you have to understand too, there has to be a storytelling, character development, and also you have to make her title reign relevant, and that's what you need. Someone like maybe it's like Serena and like Hikaru, like them two for now. And Penelope, of course, not. I mean, no disrespect to her, because her in-ring skills is not as, up to par as to the level of Thunder Rosa. Or, of course, Julia Hart, no. I mean, she's still green, still in the learning process. Who else could,
Statlander.
Statlander still could be a potential one.
I think after a certain amount of time, because like I said, Christopher Daniels said the DDT roster is definitely available. Saki Akai and Saki Sama, they're technically the same person, but they're not the same person. So there's a whole thing like you pretend they're this different person, and then eventually, I guess maybe this coming winter, maybe for Christmas, we'll get Maki Ito and Maki Ito and Thunder Rosa part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
You haven't seen part 1, YouTube that match. That match was amazing. That match was amazing. But another name that I want to throw out that no one really mentions her name. I think she's up to par when it comes to the in-ring skills, not as much as Thunder, but can tell a story. And that's Diamante. Why not her? She hasn't been in no title picture. I think she deserves now. It's her turn to get her opportunity to be in a title picture. And this will be a great feud for Thunder Rosa, I think. And especially you have two Latinas pretty much, representing and telling the story how it is. I think that'll be fantastic for me. I mean, it's time that we see Diamante get somewhat in a title picture involvement. We haven't seen her at all. Just on Elevation and Dark. What about on Dynamite? That's the one thing that I'm just like, damn you, Tony Khan. Whoever's actually booking the women's, division, which I know it's your boy Kenny Omega, but they need to find something that is up to Thunder's part, at least I would choose Diamante if I was, you know.
There's also Tony Storm and Ruby Soho, but you know, so I mean, it's because of the whole babyface thing, you know, babyface or whatever, you know. So I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do right now.
Yeah,
they have a lot of options.
They do. And, you know, good point what Devin said. I mean, Diamante Risuel in the dark, that was fire. It was. Great storyline. They missed a huge opportunity for a fact. And that's what she left. They stayed, you know, that gave her a good reason why she left, because they're not really building them up. And that's why, you know, we debate about it and we, you know, digress that we want these women to have their opportunity, but on national television, not just only on you know, social media platforms, but also on national television. So I'm hoping that, you know, they find someone suitable for Thunder and to feed with her for double or nothing. But what I wanted to get into, the one I'm accepting, yes, is that I wanted to ask you about, Callis, Scorpio Sky's TNT title reign over too soon. And
yes.
Were you upset? Were you upset that happened on, you know, on Saturday, Battle of the Belts?
A bit, but the good thing is recent news is he's challenging for the title again. So this could be they hot potatoed it back and forth. So he could get that title back again, and I want him to. And it's very quick, that rematch, you know, a very quick rematch. So
oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, it sucks that they didn't give him the opportunity yet. But at least Scorpio Sky, one thing, he has been a former, you know, World AEW Tag Team Champion and a former TNT. But I know that it's not enough because obviously it was a short-term title reign, refeuding with the same person. I wish they would have kept it longer for him and kept it going. But the way how we're looking at things now, which we'll get into Dynamite, was, you know, are we seeing, you know, the attorney factor? Are we going to see, you know, them going faces eventually and then having, you know, Sammy and Tay Conti going heel? So that's what it looks like, you know, because of the crowd. And I still don't get it. Like, well, okay, I'm hearing that they wanted their privacy about, you know, them, you know, Tay and Sammy. But obviously they put it all over, exposing it on Sammy's vlog. So people were like, why are you being hypocritical? If you wanted the private and then you're putting it out on your YouTube channel. So I guess people are kind of like some people are not really loving it. So that's why he started getting the boos, started like, I mean, for me, I don't care. I mean, that's fine. I think what he did, he took advantage and used it to get a bit, you know, the platform on television and an idea that he just took, and I'm gonna call this a WWE idea because come on, this man will do some shit like that. I'll give you an example: Matt Hardy situation.
Yup.
There you go.
Yeah, this is literally Edge Lita. It's like they're gonna be the new Edge Lita of the modern day. So and that'll be good for building up new baby faces. So that, I mean, blessings in disguise, they say.
Yes, I agree.
There you go.
I agree. But yeah, look, I want to ask you now for the Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley match. It happened just this past weekend. Let the world know, Matt Callis. Let the world know. Let them know about the match itself.
Will Ospreay kicked out of 2 paradigm shifts. Like my God. Ever since he did that proposal on Dynamite, you got to hold that L. Hey, heel Sammy, you know, build up new baby faces around him. That's the positive side of it. You know, anything else is just has nothing to do with me. So Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley, everybody has to watch that match. I'd say this is probably my favorite Will Ospreay match since Okada. I even say, you know what? I'll say it's better than the Okada. If Will Ospreay, the only thing I'm disappointed about is Will Ospreay not getting that win. You know, but the good thing is it wasn't for the title. Because if I would have been a little bit more disappointed if Jon Moxley got that British heavyweight title, if that was on the line. Because he lost, but he didn't lose it for the title. So, you know, it was non-title, at least.
A lot of people are saying that it could be match of the year so far for 2022. And I mean,
very cool. It was very cool. Like, I just wish he could have gotten the Stormbreaker on Moxley at least once.
Yes, I know. I wanted to see it, but it didn't happen. I was like, this is such good shit. That's how I was the whole fucking time.
He got we got to see the Os Cutter. We got to see Shooting Star Press. We got Pip Pip Cheerio, which is Pip Pip Cheerio will kind of remind you of the Phenomenal Elbow a little bit. Because him and AJ Styles is a huge influence on Will Ospreay. And don't forget, Moxley lost the title to AJ Styles. So you could kind of see this as like a spiritual revenge, more or less. Because, you know, like Moxley's defeating AJ's greatest admirer, you know. And one of his most, I wouldn't say protege. I don't know how much AJ showed him. But I'd say he's one of the biggest fans, you know, of AJ. Will Ospreay said that he cried after facing Will Ospreay.
Oh man, yes. Look, Will Ospreay's just a star. It's almost impossible for him to have.
Possible. He's phenomenal.
He is, and man, he reminds me of AJ when AJ was young, early TNA days. But I know that Will's his own persona. But I love Will Ospreay. I'm a big fan, and oh man, we'll get it. Let's just get into it. Might as well fuck it. We're going to get into now. We're going to recap AEW Dynamite. That is right. And let's look at what happened at Dynamite with the card to receive. We had, let's see, what do we had here? We had CM, of course, Dustin Rhodes, CM Punk, Wardlow Butcher, Hook's debut, Britt Baker, Hometown Hero, Jungle Boy, and Kyle O'Reilly, and Andrade, and El Idolo. So, man, let's get into the opening match for Dynamite. It was CM Punk versus Dustin Rhodes. Of course, we've been saying it here on the show for a long time. And what did I say what was going to happen, Matt Callis? They're giving him these matches to him to build his fucking wins because of the rankings, the ranking system, Money Mike and Hope. So,
Ray Mike was right.
Yeah.
He tells the future, brother.
He does tell it. But yes, with this, see, great match, by the way, solid. I mean, it wasn't at his best for both, but I was glad to see Dustin and CM Punk. I don't think I have seen it in quite some time. I think when he was Goldust and CM Punk and in WWE, I don't remember if they ever fought. If they have, comment below and remind me, because I really forgot about that, if they ever fought each other in WWE. But it was great to see Dustin. Of course, he still got it, man. He still got it. And of course, you can see CM Punk with the win. After the aftermath, we hear the song, of course, and here comes Hangman Page. And of course, we've been saying, like I said, once again, it is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen at Double or Nothing, and we're going to see it. And we're going to see Hangman versus CM Punk happening at Double or Nothing. Matt Callis, your thoughts of and the after overall of this opening match?
That has to be, the main event, definitely, for the title. My overall thoughts is that this is a love letter to old school wrestling. CM Punk's a huge fan of like Bret Hart and the people of that style, that generation, that era. And Dustin's from that era. He wrestled with those guys. Those are his contemporaries. He was so young back then, and now and the story continues on till now. So it's really cool to see this happening. You could even think of it as, because CM Punk wrestling Goldust would be a completely different thing than what this is. Yes. Versus Dustin, because it's a different character, like Goldust has a different style than Dustin does. When you put on that Goldust persona, you have to move differently. It's a whole different body language. With this, we're on that next level consciousness. We're on that next level consciousness with these moves.
The Stanford Stooges.
With the Stanford Stooges don't understand. We're on that with this. Like, I could smell the tannins of the wine. I could smell the fresh.
We are the COT Food Network, man.
Yeah, man. We're the learning channel. We're A&E, but you know that's part of it. That's you know what you learn. You definitely will get, and it's a little bit of the old and new, something borrowed, not something blue. You know.
But now that we're going to see this at Double or Nothing, Hangman, CM Punk, or we're going to see it down the line. And how would you book this story, anyways? Now that it's CM Punk moving to the #1 ranking, how will you begin this feud? Now that we're about to be, pretty much a month away from this paper.
I think CM Punk might play into some of the comments people have said about Hangman Page's reign. CM Punk might use that against him in the promos. Like, your reign has been lackluster, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're not exciting. You're not a headliner. You know, I'm a real headliner. And then Hangman defeating CM Punk is like proving all those haters wrong. So, you know, that's kind of what CM Punk's going to play into. And like, I'm predicting the future, you know, that's Hangman defeating CM Punk will be probably his big crowning moment to really like legitimize his reign. And it's definitely going to be a long match, and it's going to be a very grueling one. I think Hangman will kick out of the go to sleep. I think that's how they have to do it. Like, they're going to make Hangman look strong by having him kick out of go to sleep, and then CM Punk not kicking out of Buckshot Lariat. So just to even sell it more, just really make Hangman look like $1 billion, you know, in that match. That's my guess.
And you want
appetite for life, and I want more.
You want more of it, and I love it. Yes, that's actually not bad booking. I would book it the same way. Take, you know, what's realistic relevancy that's going on social media, and put it on, you know, on the storyline. Like, yeah, I agree 100%. Let's see, this is good shit. You gotta book us. See, Tony Khan, you gotta call us. You gotta call the League of Extraordinary Podcast for us to book your shit, because you need help, buddy. It's too much, especially for you, Papa Vinny. I know that, you know, you like to
make movies.
I know you like make movies. I already know you do, so I'm not hating. But let us add a little flavor to it. We're already in 2022, so let's add some little flavor to it. I agree with the booking, how you well said. I'm just hoping that they do go to that direction, and yes, Hangman needs to beat CM Punk at Double or Nothing. In order, you have to make your homegrown AEW, you know, roster, your talent, defeating another former Ring of Honor and a former WWE, just like he defeated, you know, Bryan Danielson. He could shock the world by beating CM Punk, giving him his first loss, and I'll be happy with that, because now his title reign will be now relevant, and it'll be okay. Now we're noticing something. Now we're seeing that Adam is not a joke, that his title reign is not boring, and I'm hoping that it does happen that way, and we see down the line. I hope we do see it. I hope we do. And something tells me we're going to see sort of a style like, how can I say? I want to compare it like a WWE storyline, maybe I would say like a CM Punk, John Cena storyline. Let's see. Adam Page is yes, there you go. Yes, Adam Page could be the WWE Slayer.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. If
take down Miro, take down Miro, take down all the X guys. He defeated Danielson. You know, maybe I guess he'll take Moxley one-on-one. You know, just all the matches incoming. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't wait to see how they're gonna book it, and I hope they do it right and take it. You know, like what Devin said. Yeah, mention WWE. Who cares? Just say I'm a fucking former Sports Entertainment Slayer. You could probably reference to that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anything towards it, because that
maybe rematch with Jericho, since you mentioned Sports Entertainment.
Yeah, I love that. Hell yeah, that's good shit. Oh man, there's a lot of possibilities that they could do and make, you know, us the fans really intrigued of this upcoming feud that is going to direct us to Double or Nothing.
You know what, Ivan? You know, I think it's time for a curveball. You ready for a curveball? This is really weird. This is a weird one. It's gonna smell kind of funny. I'm gonna put some stank on it. Stone Cold. All right, you ready?
Ready. Caught it.
Yeah, you got it. So open it up. Something really weird's inside of it. I'm gonna read it to you. Only I could read it. CM Punk turning heel. This is really weird. But be with me. CM Punk turning heel during the Hangman feud and being the new guy in the Pinnacle. That would be way different. Because remember, Wardlow's gone. Wardlow's out of the picture. And, Jericho's faction's already 5 guys. I don't know if I want to do another, 6-man. That's a lot of people. So there's that opening space in the Pinnacle. And because CM Punk is like, when I faced Max, I learned something about him. And he's got something that you don't have, Hangman. He's got that it factor. He's an entertainer. And maybe, Pinnacle and Inner Circle they're both heels right now. I'm not Inner Circle, Jazz and the Pinnacle could kind of be all about the whole one big faction, just like we're the sports entertainers. And just like, you don't have that, Hangman. You don't know anything about acting. You don't know anything about entertaining. And then Hangman, proves them wrong, takes them all down, and, just really makes Hangman look good in the matches, making him look really strong, like that WWE Slayer, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Credit to Devin for saying that, because yes, for sure.
It's like Maxwell earned my respect, and now I know I'm actually as filthy as he is. Ha ha ha. You said and he could, just like keep hitting low blows, Virginia's full of hicks anyway, blah blah whatever,
And of course, we did see the Blackpool Combat Club versus Dante Martin, Lee Moriarty, and Brock Anderson. Brock Anderson, not Lesnar, Anderson. Okay. But I can tell you this match was okay. I was good to see. You got to, I guess you're trying to build a chemistry for all these 3 individuals, which I do like. I'm liking that they're building it, how they did it on Rampage and how they're doing it here. So it's fine. I'm okay with it.
I love it.
But I was expecting Lee Moriarty. That's what I want. I want to see him be the next guy to join the Blackpool Combat Club. I think he is the one can fit in that faction. I think he does.
Ivan, you're familiar with Moxley's work in New Japan. Do you remember who Moxley's sidekick was? Have you seen the stuff on Twitter?
What's his name?
Shota Umino.
Yes, there you go. And
Moxley nicknames him Shooter. He calls him Shooter. It's like, yeah, Shooter. He's a real panty dropper. That's what he called him in one of his New Japan interviews. And Shota Umino is the son of Red Shoes Umino, the famous referee.
Right. Yes.
The referee for New Japan that everybody knows as Red Shoes because he always wears red shoes. So BCC, jump those fools. No one is ready for the BCC.
No one's ready for the BCC.
And I have a feeling that's a really good place for Shota Umino because, like, for those who don't know, a lot of the young lions go everywhere in the planet Earth, not just New Japan. They'll send them to Mexico. They'll send them to Ring of Honor. They'll send them to, and now they appear in AEW. Red Narita appeared on Dark. They're here, New Japan, USA. Shota Umino was in Rev Pro over in England, and he faced Jay Lethal. He faced Jay Lethal in Rev Pro in England. So Shota Umino, don't be surprised if he shows up on AEW programming. I'd say his look is very similar to like Tanahashi, because of that Moxley training and influence. The people in New Japan says we need you to put you in a faction, but you're not aligned with anybody, so we'll just give you this young lion. And he's got a they call Moxley Shooter's dad in Japan. So Shota Umino, don't be surprised if you see him.
Yeah. I think he will be a perfect fit for that, actually, because, and if you're not familiar, ladies and gentlemen, go back on YouTube and YouTube Moxley's G1 in that tournament in New Japan, and he has alongside it with Unimo, and it is hilarious. I think I like it, and They had a tag match together. I think who they fought. I think they fought. Minoru and I think someone else. I forgot who they fought. They had a tag match.
The guy who hits you with the turnbuckle.
Toriano.
Yeah, they lost to Toriano because he duct taped them together. But Shota Umino actually takes Moxley's leather jacket with him to Japan and other countries.
Well, Moxley gave it to him as a gift.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's he's definitely a huge part of the storyline. So
man, he's fit.
Shota and Yuta. My God, that's a cool team. Yuta and Shota. There you go.
All right, and I want to get your thoughts of this individual, of course. Thoughts on Satnam Singh, Sanjay Dutt, and Jelito segment, on Joe, how they're pretty much going to go after Joe. Honestly, I'm not familiar with this guy, and
he's brand new. He's from he was trained in the Nightmare factory. So I'm really, I'm praying, I'm hoping, please do not injure Samoa Joe, for the love of God.
I know. I just hope it doesn't happen.
Don't injure Samoa Joe.
The whole crowd was just like,
who the fuck is that guy?
I'm still that way. Like, who the fuck is that?
He's brand new. He's brand new. But I mean, it's hard to debut big guys, but I think you could do some cool stuff with them. So time will tell. Time will tell.
I get it. I mean, you remember they got him because of the Indian market. They had the deal. They struck a TV deal in India. So I get it. Why you need
speaking Indian too. Speaking Hindi on the show.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. It's like how they did it with Jinder. Great Khali did the same thing, but that's different. Jinder, and I'm not gonna compare Jinder and Khali to this guy. They have more credentials than Singh, of course, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to how this is going to work out, and especially this new trio faction of this, Sanjay. I love Sanjay as a heel. Love him as a heel. I think it fits him very perfect. So I'm looking forward to see how's that going to work out. My fingers are crossed to the bone for Singh. People are already calling him the dollar store great call. That's bad. I won't even go that far, but Jesus, no, that is bad.
If you're willing to learn, you've got more potential. Because I think in WWE, they kind of like prevent you from learning, or they teach you just to stick to a certain way. But in this, AEW, I guess you have better teachers. Come on, Bryan Danielson, give him some lessons, please. Give him.
Oh, I know.
You got so many different teachers to learn from. Mark Henry, please.
Paul
White, please teach him. Please teach. All these lessons, all these great. You have the best teachers out there, so please.
I hope so. I hope they teach him very well, and hopefully, I'm looking forward to see how they book him for sure. And now the time of the moment, because I know Matt Callis was going crazy when this happened, and I'm gonna. Yes, that is Tony Khan's major announcement, and of course,
not here. There's no shame. It's me.
Okay, he said it, all right, and he said it. Of course, he busted something like pretty much
with a lethal dose of poison.
He put that lethal dose of poison. This is rumors been going around forever, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Because Adam Cole came out and he announced what's the biggest rumor of all. And that is, of course, the Forbidden Door is open, ladies and gentlemen. AEW New Japan comes together, collaborate on June 26th, a day before my birthday, by the way, which I'm looking forward to.
Everyone pay attention to the kanji right below Forbidden Door. That's actually the direct translation of Forbidden Door in Japanese. Kindan no Tobira. Kindan no Tobira.
That's like Dr. Strange shit right there. I'll tell you that. The multi-universe right there of professional wrestling. I'll tell you that, brother.
In Chicago, you guys, and for those who are going, there's a possibility
you better go, Devin. Buy your tickets.
You guys might see me. You guys, I know you guys are in Chicago. I've got family in Carroll Stream, and we'll get some Owl's beef. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have been to Owl's Beef, but you know, I'll go just for Owl's Beef.
And of course,
I'll get Owl's Beef after and before that.
and let me go. Let's see. Right on, right in our backyard. Can't wait. Oh yeah, man.
Mhm.
If Clark Street needs to go, Devin and Hafiz, they need to definitely. You will not be disappointed seeing a New Japan. I mean, you've been in AEW, but never been with a New Japan.
Okada.
Not disappointed.
I have a feeling the main event might be Okada versus CM Punk.
Yes, oh yes, that. Chula, Wendy, happy belated birthday as well.
Happy belated.
Yes, that's right. Don't forget to subscribe to Top Rope Wrestle Talk as well. As of course we have the eighth wonder of the world of podcasting, Wendy here, chatting up on here with us, and her belated birthday. And of course, Brian Cook. See, I almost couldn't move at all after hearing the announcement that the Forbidden Door was coming to fucking Chicago 23 days after my birthday. So let me give you the reactions of how Matt was when he heard it. He was around the house going.
God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down. No.
That was Matt Callis walking around.
You know, they got the best guy to announce it though, both Adam Cole and Switchblade Jay White. And I'm saying Jay White is somebody you can't take lightly. It really is still his era, still Bullet Club's era. You know, the current commander-in-chief of Bullet Club. And I'm just wondering who his opponent's going to be. Will it be Hangman Page? Will it be Kenny Omega? It could be anybody, you know, like Will Ospreay and Okada, like so many. And then obviously my dream match, Naito and Samoa. If Naito and Samoa Joe is announced, I'm going there first class, and then I'm stealing the front row seat somehow. If it's Naito and Samoa Joe, I'm gonna super glue myself under the ring, like with the cat.
You need to give us Zack Sabre Jr., Bryan Danielson. That needs to happen. That needs to happen in the Forbidden Door.
Give me what I want.
That's what it needs to happen, damn it. Just make it happen. Tony Khan, make it happen. The
Too
world
many.
Oh my God. Or even him and Gresham. I don't care. But I'd rather see Bryan versus Zack Sabre Jr. That will be amazing. So many.
I want it to be. I want this to be yearly too. I wouldn't mind if this was every single year. There's a Forbidden Door event, and not just New Japan. They got to have more promotions in this.
Impact.
Who knows?
Get Impact involved now. Might as well. This is
Impact.
the opportunity.
And who knows, Ivan? The sky is the limit. Like Vince is behaving really weirdly these days. He's letting all kinds of people show up, come back. And, you know, I mean, after the Mickey James and Cody thing, who knows? We could even get Kenny Omega, John Cena eventually. You know, I wouldn't rule it out. I'd make it happen. Maybe Vince would just call up John Cena while he's on set of the movie. Hey, John, you've done a lot for me, and I was just wondering if you could face Kenny Omega at this one event. I'm trying to shock the world. You know, it's me. I'll do this event as long as I'm going to do the event as long as I get all the credit. as long as I get all the credit for everything, you know.
Hey, but give us your response on this. What Brian Cook just put on the chat. Imagine this match: the Blackpool Combat Club versus Suzuki Gun. Okay, just for you, Brian, I will play it for you. Yes, I will book that too. Why the fuck not? Oh my God. So much possibility, so many dream potential.
And it has to be the whole Suzuki-gun and the whole, you know.
Oh man. Yes, he would.
He probably will. Yeah.
Yeah. Vince
That
will
might be
allow
hard.
it if his talent goes over. I think he would. I think he'll let probably AJ and Finn Balor go just to go ahead and do that. I think will be a great idea if he does that. Or you know, Seth Rollins.
Can I get all the credit?
I need all the credit, pal.
Yeah, I'll give you guys Seth. You know, and maybe maybe if you accept Cardi B and Kim Kardashian, I'll send them too.
Man, I'm excited for this, and I'm happy that it's happening. The rumors were going around forever. We never mentioned it because I really wanted to confirm and wait. This was confirmed, and I enjoyed it. Jay White, of course, mentioning I sold out Madison Square Garden, and he did, which was a great Worlds Collide. Now, yes, I agree. They should do like a Worlds Collide, how they did with Ring of Honor, having a yearly event, and with CMML. So
everybody chanting Bullet Club, everybody chanting Too Sweet. Jay White, even though he's a heel, he's way over. He's super over. He's beloved by the audience.
Yes.
The AEW audience loves Jay White. So who knows what they're gonna do in time being. I know there's a few people I want to see him go over. Let's not forget Jay White, defeated Hangman Page to retain the US title and defeated Kenny for that title. So he beat both of them. So he's a big part of that story.
Check this out. Brian said on the chat here that somebody in my Facebook chat said Jade Cargill should battle Charlotte. I said, are you kidding me? She'll get buried if she fought Charlotte. Yes. I believe, yes, she will get buried. I don't think I wouldn't put Jade versus Charlotte at all. I'd rather put if let's say if WWE would be a part of it, I would put Charlotte, Britt Baker. That's what I want to see. Or anybody versus Britt. It could be any one of the original the four horsewomen. It could be Sasha, it could be Becky, Bayley. Bayley will be perfect because they both have the same charisma. I would put them for sure if that was the case. But this is I cannot wait to see June 26th. But sure, I cannot wait with the card. I'm hoping they do make Okada. We need Okada versus who can we put Okada against?
CM Punk is the one that everybody's talking about.
Okada, CM Punk. You could put Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr., Tetsuya Naito versus
Samoa Joe is the one I want.
Samoa Joe or MJF. Two cocky, arrogant bastards.
Oh yeah, because don't forget the old picture of MJF being a bodyguard for Samoa Joe, so that we could have a callback to that.
Yeah, we can have MJF and Tetsuya Naito. Or Will Ospreay versus MJF will be great too.
That will be amazing.
That would be amazing to see that. Oh my God, this is the possibility. The possibilities are endless. Give us your potential.
Kenta and CM Punk. That's another one.
Oh hell yeah! I think. Oh wait. Here we go. We have the man of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. He is here. He is here. That's right. And he has, by God, Kenny Omega, because he is the 5 UNs, because he is the undisputed, the unmatched, the unrivaled, the undefeated, the uncensored, and the unscripted. Ladies and gentlemen, Money, by God, a podcast.
By God.
The most violent podcaster of all time. Money Mike Lopez. How are you, sir?
You're damn right.
Yes.
Yes.
You came right on time because the chat is blowing up. Let's see. Brian comes in the chat. Bring Impact in the Forbidden Door, NWA, PWG, MLW have Ring of Honor in on the fun. Bring the Stardom in to take some of the. Yes, he is preaching it. He is preaching it. Well said, sir. I love it. Yes, hell yeah, Money Mike. Were you like this as well when the announcement was made by Tony Khan? Yes, but also like.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Were you that way too?
It's happening. It's happening. Yes. I wish that I could say I told you so. My goodness, right? Endgame is among us here, and I'll be honest, man. I'll be straight up. I'm gonna do everything I can to be there in person. I'm saying it now because I feel like this is just too huge of a event to not be there. You know what I'm saying? It's like the biggest event since WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up there, and yeah, definitely Forbidden Door, man. And have you guys spoken about it already?
Go ahead, give us your take on it.
Okay, so I am super excited. Just the names that, and full disclosure here, I did not grow up watching New Japan, but I through Circle of Debate, so such an educational place, right? You through Circle of Debate, through AEW, through all these other things that have gone on in the past 2 years, I have learned so much about wrestling outside of the WWE. And with that, some of the big names and groups that are part from the New Japan side, I've come to learn about them, and now to see it all come together with AEW and all that great stuff, and the potential of there being Impact involved, or MLW and all those other GCW, hopefully too, get in on the fun, like it's crazy, and this is an event that I definitely look forward to, whether I'm there, whether I'm watching it at home. It's gonna be great. So great stuff there.
I cannot wait, and that's my birthday weekend. Yeah, I cannot wait. Man, Money Mike, you were adding some
With a lethal dose of poison.
That's where you were adding some lethal dose of poison right there.
Poison, yes, of course. Oh my goodness.
Right.
And honestly, like having Jay White come out and say that, yeah, but it's not only about New Japan, it's not only about AEW, it's about the Undisputed Elite and Bullet Club. I mean, I don't know. If you ask me, the world is not big enough to have both groups. So I would like for both groups to go at it.
Yes.
That's what I want.
The Civil War.
It's waiting to happen.
Civil War needs to happen, damn it.
This man, the god of pro wrestling, needs to come back just in time for this.
Oh, I think
needs
he
to
will.
be there.
I think he will at Double or Nothing. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he has to get that loss back from Jay. He lost that U.S. title to Jay White, and he has to get back that win.
He never got a rematch for that. You're right. I actually forgot about that.
The rematch. We're about to see that rematch.
All right. Very brief now with this Wardlow and the Butcher, of course. We did see Wardlow walking in. Of course, they put him in handcuffs because, the rules. He's still under contract of MJF. They even walked him out with no entrance music. He walked out, and, it was a solid match. But, okay, I'm going to say it. Well, hold on. Before anything, let's see what Clark's percent in the chat. Okay, time for a dose of reality. The fan of me is excited about the Forbidden Door, but the businessman in me can't help to think if this event helped grow their fan base. Ooh.
I can see that. I can see that point, but this is not for the casual fan. This is not that. This is for, the people that have followed along this story that has been going on since before AEW, really. It's a culmination of that. And honestly, you can't go into this with that sort of a mindset, because there's people like myself that have not seen some of this talent live, right? So there's people out there that have not even seen a match, any Jay White matches at all, or Ishii matches, or stuff like that. So this opens again the forbidden door to people who might not have, even if it's not as many that cross through the door. At least the door is opening. It's happening. It's a start. The heart is cracking right there. Yeah, it's a start. It is.
How do you feel about that, Matt Callis? The comments here.
I almost forgot the other one. Like, Bryan Danielson's first in line to face Shibata. Shibata is kind of like the edge. For those who don't know, Katsuyori Shibata is like the edge of New Japan. He had a nearly life-threatening injury that put him out, and only recently just made a comeback. So, we've got Shibata. We've got, so many others, at the top of my head. Kota Ibushi, the other half of the Golden Lovers. We always talk about him in the story because they built up the Kenny Omega Hangman Page tag team For those who don't know, Kenny Omega's greatest tag team partner of all time is Kota Ibushi. The man to the first one to hold the current belt, you know. So you're gonna see Kota Ibushi. I think both Dave Meltzer and Don Callis called Kota Ibushi the perfect wrestler, in their opinion.
Yeah.
They called him the perfect wrestler, you know. And I gotta say, it's a point they do have a lot of valid evidence to support that, because just look at him. He's phenomenal. Definitely watch Kota Ibushi. He could put him against anybody on the AEW roster, and you'll have a main event every day of the year. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Kota Ibushi versus everyone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I would like to add just one more thing, that when me and Matt, we went to Resurgence last year, and I had no idea who Tanahashi was, really. But seeing him perform, right, it instantly made me a fan, and he's one of my favorites over there. So I hope that he can be a part of this too.
He will be. He will be facing Jon Moxley. That's confirmed. That's gonna happen because he's been challenging Moxley, been challenging Tanahashi for quite some time. But
he wants the U.S. title back.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, he does.
He does. That's gonna be
You know, Tanahashi, you don't just watch him. You get absorbed by his atmosphere, you know, by the area. I'd say, for those who don't know him, I'd say he's almost like the Ric Flair, a little bit of Ric Flair, a little bit of Hulk Hogan, you know, because of the air guitar. But like, because of the outfit and holding the title multiple times, there's that Ric Flair influence in there. So that same, and a super baby face. I know MJF and Tanahashi would be a matchup, because people call Tanahashi the baby face of all baby faces against the heel of all heels.
Definitely. I want to just go ahead and comment on what, Devin Clarkson said about this event will help grow their fan base. It benefits both parties, because it will help you get New Japan fans to get more involved with the AEW product. You get AEW fan to get involved more with New Japan product. And that's how New Japan has been working like that for so many years with Ring of Honor, CMLL, AAA. They have done that before, doing Worlds Collide event every year. And it has benefited all parties, because you're getting the fan base to look at a different product. How Mike mentioned, I was never into this before, but until you went into the event, you got intrigued, and it made you a fan. So in the business perspective, it will help both parties, because now you're going to have people looking at Strong Style, and also Strong Style looking at AEW. So it benefits this party of it. In the business perspective, it will guarantee you that it will sell the hell out in less than probably 30 minutes. That's how I feel that it will sell out for sure. Yes, they've been on the indies, but imagine Keith Lee versus Jeff Hobb as a Powerhouse Dream match. Oh, yes. Yes. I saw what happened on New Japan Immunity when I saw Jeff Cobb and I cannot believe it. I had a brain fart. There was a moment that I think it was and Jonah from Impact. I was waiting for that to happen. Like two big warriors colliding. Imagine that would. Oh my God, with Keith Lee. Yes, I approve 100%. But I mean, I feel that it benefits all parties. I mean, you guys agree with that, right? Obviously, it's a fan base. Would it grow baby fans? Maybe so, maybe not so.
If it's on American television, I mean, the people who don't know anything, for the casual fan, if it's the main thing, the main word, here's the magic word of the evening, everybody. We got the magic word, accessibility. How easily can you watch it? Is it going to be like some of the other AEW specials that you could just watch on TNT? If it's like that, then you of course you could grow the fan base. I'm like, okay, I don't have to pay for it. I'll just watch it on my TV, on my in-demand, on Fight TV, whatever,
From what I heard, it's on pay-per-view.
Yes.
There you go.
Pay-per-view. I can't wait to see how that's going to sell out too. I cannot wait. Who's going to pick it up? But yes, very brief for this Warlow storyline and MJF. I'm gonna say it right now because it's taking too long. Tony Khan needs to come out and say, "Here's your fucking contract, Warlow. You're done. I bought you out from MJF. You're now a star." I mean, shit. I wish they could do that, but oh my god, my heart is closing. Money, Mike and Matt Callis. I don't know about this Warlow, MJF. I don't know. I'm not intrigued, man. I'm not.
I mean, what more can you do? Like, there's just them one-on-one, and then, Wardlow's not bad on the microphone. You just gotta, maybe give him an interesting enough opponent. Maybe the new fifth guy should be his opponent, and the new fifth guy should be somebody interesting. Maybe Morrison. Who knows? Johnny Dynamite. They could bring in somebody new as the fifth guy. So, there's a lot of things they could do. Yeah. You've got the great thing about AEW is if there's something going wrong or not so great, you have so many options at the buffet.
Here we go. The food
there you have multiple options. You don't have to just eat, dried out rope like papaya. You don't have to just eat flavorless crackers at the buffet. You have other options over here.
Money Mike, how do you feel about the storyline so far with this Wardlow MJF?
Honestly, I didn't mind this week. In last week, I remember saying something along the lines of that I wanted more action and stuff. So I still do, but for whatever reason, I actually liked that he came out in the handcuffs and he had to be escorted out there. It does progress in a very small way. The story, there is a step, like a baby step towards where we're trying to get to. If it would have been again the same thing where he shows up and they tackle him down and interrupts MJF's match or chairman, then I would have been like, okay, well, we've seen that already. That's been done. Now he's coming out in handcuffs. He's allowed to compete. Now what? Now what's next? I don't see how they're gonna hold off this match until Double or Nothing. It's gonna be difficult. There's probably 4 or 5 weeks, maybe.
5 weeks, 5 weeks,
somewhere around there. So it's 5 more episodes, guys. 5 more episodes. Think creatively how you're gonna keep hyping this up and holding it off for the pay-per-view.
I am intrigued though that they announced him and Lance Archer for next week. That's gonna be interesting to see. I want to see how they're gonna which I look obviously by the looks of it, Archer's gonna put him over. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they're gonna work chemistry wise in the ring between these two. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm really intrigued of. And of course we had Kyle O'Reilly versus Jungle Boy, and for the Owen Hart qualifier tournament. This shocked me. But then again, it didn't because I was happy that Kyle O'Reilly won. They lost, their chances at the tag team titles. This is, of course, one-on-one. Kyle O'Reilly went over with the flying knee behind the back. And it was a solid match, even though it could have been a little bit slow because you could tell the chemistry wasn't too much there between them two. But it was overall solid. Now Kyle O'Reilly advances. I mean, the biggest question now is what's next for the Jurassic Express? I mean, what's next, Money Mike? What's going on here?
You know what? I did not get to see this part from here on out of AEW Dynamite, so this is news for me. And upon hearing this, I'm glad. I'm glad because Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus go off and do their own thing. Tag team division. Right, that's their department. Kyle O'Reilly, he's focusing on the singles and the tournament ahead. And I did get to see this backstage segment with the Bucks, Red Dragon, and Adam Cole. There's more coming here. There's more part that's gonna unfold. There's more to this, and having Kyle in the tournament himself. I feel like there's going to be more to it. I don't think he's going to win. Something's going to happen.
Indeed. How do you feel about him back, Callis? You feel the same?
Kyle O'Reilly and Jungle Boy is like, anytime you get a very aggressive striker and submission person against a high flyer, you have somebody, you got anti-aircraft weapons, you ground the plane, Jungle Boy's like the Sopwith camel from World War One, flying around, and bam, Kyle O'Reilly shoots him down, destroys the airplane, there's good chemistry there, and I'm glad we got to see Kyle O'Reilly in singles action. He's somebody I want to see compete for more titles, out there, because he does. I think I actually prefer Kyle O'Reilly in singles more than tag team, So I definitely want to see more of that.
Definitely. And of course, we saw the debut of Mike's favorite boy, Hook, as he made his Dynamite day. I'm just kidding.
Wait, what? I mean, I don't know. It's like whatever's to me. I know a lot of people love the guy.
Yeah. He got a good crowd reaction when he came out. And then, of course, he fought, Anthony Henry, just indie talent, of course, an enhancement talent, I would say. Squash, very quick spot. Squash going with the task mission, with the Hook mission. Well, I don't know how they call it now. And then, of course, we do see Danhausen. Let's see. All right, solid match. Good singles win. Yes, it was. It was a solid match indeed. And then, of course, the aftermath after the Hook won, of course, we see Danhausen coming out. Of course, I can't curse you, so I need to challenge you, Hook. So Danhausen's going to wrestle. He will be challenging Hook. And
Danhausen's in-ring debut.
Yeah, at his first loss. And
There you go.
He's going to get his ass whooped by Hook because they're almost the same. I know a lot of people are not really fond of Hook because he's too overhyped, the way how they're booking him. I know. It's
I'm okay with Hook. I wouldn't say I'm non-fond of him. I think you just gotta. I think the one thing is the not talking thing. In wrestling, you gotta cut promos eventually. I mean, it's one thing to have a manager, but it's a guy his size and his style. You got to do some talking. Give him some acting classes.
I know, right? But yeah, I mean, are you excited, Money Mike? You're finally going to see Danhausen finally making his AEW debut in the ring, and versus Hook.
Now, I really don't have an opinion on Hook. He's just there, and I know people love him, and I know some people don't. But I'm kind of like neither here nor there with Hook. Danhausen, however, I don't get the hype. I'm sorry, and forgive me, people, if you love Danhausen and you think he's hilarious and all that.
I'll curse you, never curse you.
I don't see it. Sorry, guys. He's not funny. Is he weird? Yeah, he's weird and all this and that. But he's just not funny. And if I were to show him to people outside of wrestling, I don't think that they would get it either. But that's just me. That's just my opinion, right? Jofo. Shout out to Jofo in the ring.
I think.
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
Is he the main thing is he interesting though? Sometimes it's like, would you rather learn? Sometimes something you watch can be boring, but if you put in something kind of cheesy in there, I'm like, well, that's a little bit cheesy, but it's a little bit. It's better than nothing. I wouldn't say he's cheesy. I think as long as you give him the microphone and he could do some interesting things and get the match over, maybe he might have some really cool catchphrase and stuff like that. And then bam, that
and there you have it from Clark Street. There you go. I'll open the chat. You know what? It's crazy, Mike. I don't get Hook. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He doesn't talk. He just shows up and leaves. He's like a modern day, early version Goldberg, I guess you could say, in that regard. But I get why people like him. I get it. Hook. Danhausen, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Sorry if my sense of humor is not catching on with him or whatever, or his is vice versa. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Maybe if he's paired up with someone else like an MJF or someone that is able to carry, or I don't know. We'll see. I'm not hating on Danhausen by any means. No, I don't get it. Yeah.
That's a debate for sure.
I know Ivan likes these sort of things between me and Clark Street, but I don't know, guys. I just don't get it.
No, I mean, I guess everybody has his own flavor, right? Matt everybody has their own flavor. Of course, everybody has their own flavor.
Different strokes.
Yes,
But-
different folks.
But I gotta say, be open, be willing to listen, though. That's the main thing with their promos in due time, because you will be surprised what could be interesting. Danhausen could probably give a really stirring promo with that, I'm in the demon world, something like that, and then Hook, you'd be like, it's not easy being 17 and doing this and that and skateboarding.
He's not 17, is he?
I don't know. He's talking. I mean, him talking back about back when I was younger, doing these things,
Back in my days, pal.
Yeah, they could probably. It might be something like that. I just want it does with no matter who you are as a wrestler, always have an open ear for their promos, because that's really is the moment that stays with you.
Maybe that would have helped Danhausen, for me at least, for Mike Lopez. If Hook would have said something or would have blocked off the curses from Danhausen, but said something.
Say something, Hook. Say it, man.
I agree. Now we got to ask Buddy Mike Callis, because we got our thoughts about the whole Scorpio Sky title reign, and with the Sammy and Tay Conti going heel because now with the crowd. So let's get Money Mike's take on this. So give us your thoughts overall. Are we seeing the transition? Are we seeing the reverse? Are we seeing the Men of the Year going face, and then Tay and Sammy heel? Is that what's going on over here with this?
I didn't get to watch that segment, but I don't know. I was a Sammy guy as much as anybody before, but this whole Tay Conti pairing, I don't know. As a face, it did not work. It was. I would even go as far as to say it was lame, to be honest. But as heels, I feel like they're gonna be booed out the building, and this could be Edge and Lita 2.0.
Matt just said the same thing earlier.
It is. It is. It's not could be. It already is. It already is.
But see, I feel, and we go back to the whole promos thing. Maybe it's just me. I need a shirt about that. But I don't like Sammy's promos. They just don't hype me up. They don't, there's none of that. But maybe as a heel talking crap and all this and that, maybe that'll boost them up, and having the title. It's that question: does he make the title, or does the title make him, sort of thing?
That's a question.
And I am not, and I've said this before. Have not been a fan of his title reigns. I don't know. The theme of today, folks, is I just don't get it.
There you go.
I don't see him as champion. I don't see him as a threat. Maybe as a heel, I will. We'll see.
I think so too. I think I'm looking forward to, if you guys are hit it on point with that happening already, how Matt mentioned, as well. Like, this is the Edge and Lita. If it does happen, I'm sold, because now you're gonna make the title a little bit more relevant. Even he has it as a heel, but we'll see. Sammy gives better promos during the commercial breaks. I don't know.
The signs.
The signs. Like, hey, don't bring
sign everywhere. Sign.
I love it. And of course, very brief. I mean, there's nothing much to talk about. Of course, hometown hero Britt Baker defeated Danielle Camilla. Good to see Camilla there. I'm actually on television, so I'm great to see her. She was a former NXT alumni, so she was Vanessa Bourne. So it was great to see her there. So great for Britt. She even had two of the Steelers. I think it was Harris, Nisha Harris, and I forgot someone else. coming out with her during her entrance. She got a big crowd pop. I was really happy to see Britt Baker, back down to see if she could win the Owen Hart, tournament. And of course, the main event of the evening.
It's time for the main event.
For the main event, Dynamite, of course, Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo, a coffin match. And Chris just, on the chat on our Facebook put, Sting retired and became a 20-year-old indie legend at 64. Yes, he did. He did, man. Yes, he did. But yes, this match was okay. It wasn't his best, to be honest. I can literally say this Dynamite wasn't oh my God, the only thing was great was just the announcement. But other than that, this match was, I'll give it a C or B. I did, of course, Sting, oh my God, Sting will always do anything. And then, of course, he busted the old school WCW with wearing his own mask. Let's see, my reaction was, Sting, are you fucking crazy? Yeah. At 64, I love that. He is, wearing his own mask, and then, they take it off, and it is actual Sting, beat up, but, Blade, and one of the, I forgot who was it.
Butcher.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Carl.
Sponsored by
Carl Jr. There you go. I thought this match fell flat for Devin said for Clark Street. Yeah, I mean, it does. That's what I felt. It felt really flat. I wasn't really, really on it. I think because that I probably told them, hey, man, don't hurt me too bad because I got to keep this face clean and my body clean because I'm getting married in the summer coming soon. So it looks like that's where we're heading to. I knew that Andrade was going to lose this match.
Wait, who's getting married?
Andrade and Charlotte.
They announced it already?
They announced, I don't know, not the date, but they're getting married by the summer. Summer's coming.
Wow.
So
there you go.
Don't be surprised if Charlotte drops
I
the belt.
still have not received my invitation to the wedding, Andrade. Come on.
El ídolo.
Pasó, tío.
¿Qué pasa, tío? Contale la invitación. But this match, we see Sting flying on top and with his Air Max. Look, Sting was wearing Air Max, and he looked like I guarantee he felt like $100 wearing those Air Max. He's flying already at 64. Fucking crazy Sting, man. But yeah, this main event wasn't as to par. But at least it's so. I'm hoping that this is now closed. This chapter with Andrade, with AFO, because we did see Matt Hardy and Jeff coming out at the end. So it looks like we're heading towards the Hardys versus Sting and Darby at Double or Nothing. That's what I feel it might happen here. We said it before here on the show, like with archives. Subscribe, look at the archives. But yes, we have said it before. So I'll take it to you, Matt Callis. Thoughts about the main event, and are we going to see that? Are we going to get the Hardys versus Darby and Sting?
It's not if, when, because that's already. It's already inevitable. It's already inevitable at this rate. Yeah, make it happen. It's not if, it's when. Now, yeah, Darby and Andrade, I remember, thinking about that closed casket reminds me of a rapper I jammed with, and his name was Closed Casket, spitting rhymes, closed casket, gonna mask it, in the basket, closed casket, and we were just jamming with them. He was spitting high pitched rhymes like closed casket, like something like yeah, man.
There you go.
Closed casket. So and Andrade was in that closed casket. It's I think one thing that always worries me about closed casket matches is people coming out injured like Shawn Michaels with the lower back thing. Got my fingers crossed that it doesn't happen. Work closed casket matches safely, people. But then again, I'm saying that to Darby Allin, who does nothing safely. So
Very true. Very, very.
But there you go, a good one for those two style. So,
all right, Money Mike.
Yeah. So, again, did not get to watch this. We're filming this. I'm a West Coast guy, so I catch the West Coast showing of Dynamite. But from hearing what you guys just said, I wish I looked that good when I'm 64, right? Shout out to the Beatles, by the way.
Yeah.
And-
They shoot me a moon, you know? Yeah,
Yes.
like imagine Sting's new theme song is that, and he comes out singing
When
with
I'm
Paul McCartney.
64.
Paul McCartney at the Forbidden Door. My God.
Make it happen. Book it, Tony.
Yeah. Book it.
Yeah, so I know, and it's kind of common knowledge, I guess, that this feud between Darby and Andrade El Ídolo, it has been a stepping stone for Hardy's versus Darby and Sting. So yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to that match, right? And I am not sure because I did not grow up watching TNA. I don't know if Sting and Jeff Hardy ever had another match after the whole Victory Road thing. So, all right, are they going to do like a callback to that sort of thing, or are
they gotta the redemption,
they're just going to brush that under the rug, sort of thing, right? So yeah, I mean, it's going to be cool. Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it after this. You know, I'll see what happened.
Yeah, definitely. Now, very brief of pro wrestling news. Las noticias de la lucha libre. Of course, we all expected it, and I'm pretty sure you did too, Matt Callis. Kushida no longer in WWE. His contract expired, did not renew it. He said, "Bye, Felicia." He is gone. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna go back to New Japan. He go to either All Japan,
and we'll see him at the Forbidden Door, baby.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door. We might see Kushida going to the. Obviously, Kushida was one of the last ones that Paul Levesque was like his favorite signee. Levesque is a big fan of Kushida because of his work in New Japan prior before. He's had co-headline Wrestle Kingdom, and man, come on, Kushida's a freaking legend in the junior heavyweight division in New Japan.
And he has a great taste in movies.
Yes, he does, because he went back in time. That's why he's like, shit. Looks like my time is over here. I need to go back to New Japan.
Filmed not too far from where I live, Puente Hills Mall. Puente Hills Mall.
But
have you driven around?
Oh yeah,
that parking lot.
Oh yeah. I drove around there the other day getting soda from Raising Cane's.
Shout out to Raising Cane's, man. Great stuff.
That's right. But yeah, McAllister, are you excited now that he's gone from WWE?
Yeah, you get to see his full potential, everything he did back in that time period. You know, you get to see him work his magic, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Cook said on the chat, it was only a matter of time before Kushida left WWE. Such a shame. Yes, it is a shame because they did not use him right at all. Then you have him teaming up with this other guy. I forgot his name. In NXT 2.0. I mean, yeah, it's a shame. They didn't, I know Vince is not fond of small guys, but if you have seen the guy's potential that he has and the career and the in-ring skills, man, Kushida is awesome. They just fell asleep on him. It's an unfortunate. I know, Money Mike. Preach it.
When will he learn that it's not about the size? It's about what you can do with the size that matters, right? Come on, everybody knows that, right? And it's the talent that matters. Matt, why are you looking at me like that?
Size does matter, Godzilla. That was the tagline of the Godzilla movie.
Oh, man. And of course, more changes, Money Mike. WWE name changes continues. Which I forgot to mention. Marcel Bissell from the Imperium is now Ludwig Kaiser. Raquel Gonzalez from Rodriguez. Kathy Cancenaro changed her name to Katana Chance. Jesus, I have to do it.
Really? Really?
I have to.
Wait a minute. What is this?
What is this?
Could it be?
Somebody said katana, so it's my wooden katana right here. Katana
Uh-oh.
chance or chance?
Chance, yeah.
Chance. Well, there's no chance. You ain't got no chance once you see my katana. So
Man, you're lucky I left my knives in the car.
But
katana.
What do you think is the main reason why these people are making these changes? So, I mean, take it away, Money Mike. I mean, I know we talked about it last week, but I mean, it's still continuing. Is it because Vince doesn't want it to be, oh, they came from NXT? This is who they are as in the main roster? Is that you think his goal is like to, hey, you're not from NXT from there. You're now different. You're a new persona here in the main roster. Could that be it? Is why he's doing it? Or what do you feel that him doing these, having the talent changing their names for what is the specific reason? So, I mean, you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, it's business. It is business. I guess he thinks that another name is more marketable for that person in that role, right? For whatever reason, he wants to take control of their names. It's kind of silly to me because you have spent years time with some of these people, marketing them and promoting them as such and such, and now you're completely doing a 180 and nope, they're called Butch. See, what I don't like is that, or I don't know, guys. It's like, really, Vince McMahon, really? Where's Miz when I need him? Really? Because, goodness gracious.
Really? Really?
Yes, and oh, by the way, in a completely unrelated note, my name is going to be Enrique Carvajal from now on. It's no longer Mike Lopez. No, that guy's gone. Just Enrique Carvajal. That's my new name, by the way.
Enrique Carvajal.
Soon to be just Carvajal.
Yeah, there you go. Or Enrique only.
Or Enrique. Yes.
Max Power.
Well, go ahead, Becca. Let's give us your take. Why do you feel that he's doing it?
I think it's just like
DeLorean podcast. My apologies. What's going on, my brother? Part of the league. What's going on? Subscribe to Wrestling DeLorean podcast. But yes, go ahead.
Wrestling DeLorean. So my main thing, it's probably, other than Vince, it could just be easier names to say. Who knows? They're just like, just for like a misplaced thinking that's easier to say. I can't say that name. You're just gonna be Joseph now. Just Joseph. That's it. You're just gonna be John from now on. So it could just be easier things. That's another possibility, but it beats me what goes on in those brains. So
I think that they're just basing it off of Pokemon.
There you
Charmander,
go.
Your Pikachu, your Ditto,
Gunther.
Just single names, and I guess that's it.
You're Gunther.
Exactly.
Another thing is, this surprised me as I was reading here So WWE is no longer finding talent and hasn't for quite some time for marijuana usage. That's right. And today is what? 420, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, it's 420, dude. By the way, I've never smoked a day in my life, so I don't know if it's like that, but I'm still gonna.
I've been purposely avoiding getting cotton mouth, so for reasons.
Yes, I think Vince is going too far with the name changes. He's obviously overthinking the names, and it shows. Because chat from the Wrestling DeLorean podcast. Yes, it does, but I guess he doesn't want indie talent to use their names in his main roster and make something out of themselves. Could be the case as well, or whatever Paul Levesque created for them in NXT at the time, the Black and Gold brand. for them to when they go to the main roster. That could be the case. We're gonna see Ciampa changing his name shortly. It's not gonna be no more. It's gonna happen. It's gonna
Get to
happen.
the Ciampa.
Get to the Ciampa. We're gonna call him Ciampa. I mean, in the LA Knight already, they might change his name. I'm not sure. I hope not.
LA,
but they made
baby. LA.
the LA Knight. Let me talk to you, baby.
Let me talk to you.
But they're making him a manager with Mace. So I was like, okay. I
So
don't know
wait a
how
minute.
that's gonna work.
If there's a Mace, is there going to be a Puff Daddy? And then there will be Notorious B.I.G. We'll get all three of them. Junior Mafia. Yeah, that's it.
Brian Cook got on the chat saying, we're talking about the same man that has every wrestler outside of the States being a foreign heel, changing Chavo Guerrero's name to Kerwin Wright. Vince is a psychopath.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes. LA Knight was face. I mean, we all with Mace, face. Mace. A new name, face, isn't it?
My God. Puff Daddy,
man.
Biggie, Junior Mafia. Yeah, that's it. Junior Mafia.
It. Wow.
But are you guys surprised that they haven't tested nobody for this at all?
I mean, it's been legal in however many states now.
Federally, I think they just passed it federally too.
There you go. So that's them kind of trying to, I guess let them do that now. I don't know, whatever. But at the end of the day, we need RVD to get his title back because he lost it because of this. And now we know how ridiculous it is for him to have lost it. So Roman Reigns, take a hike, give it back to RVD.
Truth that.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the biggest news right now, it's not big news, but for all of our SoCal Pro Wrestling fans, if you're listening to you on audio platforms, if you're watching us here on YouTube, and you're subscribed, you better, because as you all know, coming up Friday, May 13th, as you all know, we have PCW coming to you, Ultra. That's the new beginning. Friday, May 13th, PCW at the Memorial Hall. Make sure you purchase your tickets. And let me see, before I even mention anything else, Cage Mike P was one of my brother on a chat. RBD got arrested outside of Philly for that situation. Oh, but yes, you remember.
I remember.
Remember berries.
So as we do mention about PCW Ultra New Beginnings on Friday, May 13th, make sure you purchase your tickets. Go to the link right there. It's also in the description below as well for PCW. Make sure you purchase it. We will see you guys there if you guys want to go ahead and talk to us, meet us, chat
Let
with
us talk to you, baby.
Yeah, buy us a beer. Let me talk to you. Talk to me, baby.
Talk to us, baby.
You need a beer in your hand in order to be able to talk to me. So just saying that. That's it.
And the announcement that we have, ladies and gentlemen, is that Circle Debate is giving away a pair of tickets for PCW Ultra New Beginning May 13th. Yes, we are. We're doing it. Yes, we are. We're giving
Everybody
away.
get on that quick. Get on that quick. Get your tickets.
Yes,
get your tickets.
Yes, and we are giving away a pair of tickets. It's happening. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen, because we want to see you going a pair of tickets. Wow. All right. So let me explain the contest rules of how to go ahead and participate of getting these pair of tickets. Now,
Pair of tickets.
That's right. 2 tickets, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously you have to subscribe to Circle Debate and put on the comments hashtag PCW Ultra. As long as you put that on, you will be seeing it. You can put it here on this episode 99. I will be putting another video out of where we're going to go ahead and repeating once again for the contest rules as well. And of course, the following week, we will announce the winner next week of these pair of tickets on April 28th, which will be 99 and a half of episode, because we're still waiting, because we have to wait for the director one and only. So yes, do not forget, I'll put it right here, hashtag PCW Ultra right below. Don't forget to subscribe as well. You can go ahead and put it as well on the episode 99 on our social media on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook. Just put it there, hashtag PCW Ultra, and get yourself a pair of tickets. And come see us. Come join us on May 13th for PCW Ultra New Beginnings. We see LA Park will be there as he will be facing Sin Bodhi. And of course, the match that we are sponsoring once again, let me go ahead and show you as we're sponsoring AEW's new signee, which is of course Tia Leona versus Shane Mercer. So definitely make sure you get your tickets and purchase them now. We got some comments here below. Let me see here. We got on the chat. See, I'm going starting my next Wednesday. Which match you guys are looking forward to for next Wednesday? I'm looking forward for Lance Archer and Wardlow. I want to see how that Kevin Stevens match works. And Matt, you should be more familiar. Did they announce already for next week? Because I didn't see the next week's announcements for the next week's match. I didn't see. Did you see?
Let's see.
I'm looking forward. Yeah, because I'm trying to look forward to myself too. If they announce it, I know they announced. I don't know for next Wednesday. That's the only match that I know so far that what they announced for next Wednesday. Okay, let's see here. Let's go with the rest of the DeLorean on the chat. Big fan of PCW Ultra. The show was sponsored by my homies at Three Falls Brands, who also sells Wrestling DeLorean merch. There you go. He already hashtag. There you go. PCC.
Already ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. He hashtag of that.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yuta versus Dax. That's for the Owen Hart qualifying. I'm pretty sure it is. So we might. Yes, we're gonna see that, and let's see. Oh, Sammy versus Scorpio. Oh, that's right. That's for the rematch. It's set finally, and man, let's see what other match. Deeb and Sheeta Street fight. Okay, can we end that storyline now? I just want to end
fight forever.
They need to end that storyline. But you know what? Before we go, ladies and gentlemen, we have to ask Money Mike this question, which I'm curious.
Please.
Matt and I already answered it, but we want to hear the most violent podcaster's perspective of this. As you know, Thunder Rosa, of course, retained. The question is, for you, who should be the next?
Who's next?
Who's next?
Who's next?
Goldberg, obviously. Let's see. Who's next for Thunder Rosa? Man, that's a tough one. The first name that pops into my head is Ruby Soho. It doesn't seem like she has much going on right now. Let's see. Okay, so there's Ruby Soho, maybe Statlander, or I feel that's been done already. If not, because the flavor of the month coming up, or the couple of months, is going to be the whole New Japan and AEW thing. Why not bring somebody over? Yeah.
Let's see. I have to go. But yes, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming down, brother. Appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Wrestling DeLorean podcast. And of course, but see, there you go. Cage Mike is Rosa versus Ruby. How you mentioned?
Yeah.
So would it be, Ivan? Could I ask Mike this about?
Go ahead.
No, you can't. No. No. Back away.
Back away. You know what? No, Mike. What did you think of Dalton Castle? So was your first time seeing?
He's great. He's awesome. Yeah. I any like charismatic characters. Yeah. I can dig that. His two helpers or whatever, his squad.
He has a lot of them. He's got more than two. He's got like 8 of them. They're just called boys.
That's pretty cool. I think he's got a good thing going, and honestly, this match that he had this past week, I feel like that's gonna open doors for him because more eyes are on him now. So I don't know how old he is. But
he's one of the longest reigning Ring of Honor champions, and his finisher's called the Bangarang. From Hook Rufio.
Mm-hmm. Is he a young guy or is he on the older side?
He might be my age. Who knows? Let me see. How old is Dalton Castle?
Oh, so he's just a kid.
No,
I'm a baby. No, I'm not that young. 86.
You're welcome, Matt.
Dalton Castle's 36 years old.
Ooh, Ooh, Serena Deeb versus Rosa. Huh? I could see that. Deeb can take the loss. You know,
Yeah, that's
Chapter
true.
36. Ah,
I-
so he's my age. Just a young lad, just a kid. Right? So, yeah.
I like that idea. Serena. Okay, Matt and I were talking about it earlier. We were saying Matt mentioned have a first ever triple threat match. Adding what about Sheeta and Deep adding to Rosa, adding that feud to the mix, and having a first ever women's AEW World Title triple threat match. They haven't had a triple threat match for the women's side. The men's they have, but not for the women.
I think that would be a good payoff to this feud that has been seemingly going on forever. Right? So this would be the perfect payoff for something like that, definitely. And then maybe after the triple threat, Deeb and Rosa can go on and do their own thing. So
yes, and look, your rankings, Money Mike, your lovely rankings. Of
course,
Deeb
yes,
is ranked number 2. There,
the rankings never fail, ever.
Oh, David, if you're watching this, you see Money Mike's eyes, he's like, ever fail, never. Like, what's the Punk? Let me see Punk. It's the same thing. It's the same. It's like I was talking about the CM Punk, him. He's building his way to number 1 ranking.
Of
with
course,
Hangman.
of course. Yeah.
No,
you know how I feel about the rankings. I like the idea of it. And is it perfect? Right, it's debatable, of course, but at the same time, I like that not anybody can just jump in and have a title shot, like in WWE or other places. So yeah, it's sports entertainment, guys. Come on, have some fun with it.
Have some fun with it. Absolutely. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What an episode of 99. It has been fun. I love it, man. And even though, Money Mike didn't catch most of the highlights of Dynamite, he will. But yes. And make sure you follow Suplexology because he's also, let's see. We won't see Frankie get a title shot, even though he is next in line in the rankings. Ah, that's true. What about Frankie Edgar, MMA? There you
Frankie
go.
Edgar?
Yeah. See?
Oh, I see. I haven't kept up. Is he still in the?
He's still in the rankings. Yeah, he's in the rankings. Yeah, he's there. Great show. Oh man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate man very much for tuning in, my brother. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in, but not forget as well that next week we will be having a 90. Oh, Frank Kazarian. I think you mean Frankie Edgar. I forgot about that.
I was like, is Frankie Edgar ranked right now? I don't know.
I forgot about Kazarian. Yeah, I forgot. He's in the rankings. I gotta look at the rankings now. I haven't looked at the rankings for quite some time.
What? How dare you?
I know. We'll put it up next week, and we'll have the rankings right beside next to Money Mike for sure.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes. But yes, next week in episode 99 and a half. So it's kind of like part 2, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't done episode 100 yet because we're waiting for the director himself. Once he's back on tour,
it wouldn't feel like episode 100 without him.
Exactly. So we got to do like a 9.5, 9.25 age. But
what if we and let the viewers let us know if you agree with this sort of thing. That what if this next episode is our top 5, since we haven't done one in a while. Our top 5 moments of Circle of Debate up to this point.
There you go.
Right? Just throwing that out there.
I'll give you guys one of my votes. My vote's for you didn't see him.
Did we though?
That's one of my votes. Voting for that one.
We have to. Oh man, I cannot wait. But we can do that too. Give us your thoughts. Comment below. What should be the next? Should we do? Just to call it, should we do a both? Maybe AEW review in the top 5 best moments in the COD. We could do both. I mean, I don't think it will hurt. But comment and let us know right below what would you like to see, because we're waiting for the director. By the way, once again, he is on tour. That's right. Fake Destroyer is he's on tour. What's today? So tomorrow he will be in Crestview, Florida. And then, of course, the Saturday, Tallahassee, Florida, he will be at the Warrior
Brass Monkey.
Oh, never that. He will. Orlando, of course, on the 23rd, he will be there. Ooh, early birthday was Godsmack. Oh, my goodness. And of course, that same day at the damn 2 shows in one night. Of course, at the Ace Cafe, Tampa, Florida, the Brass. Oh, yeah, there you go. The Brass Mug. Jacksonville. Well, man, this guy is on fire. Fire!
He's got to stop by a Daly's place. Tell him.
Oh, yeah. We'll message him and he'll stop by a Daly's place and he better record it and send it. And we'll post it here for you guys. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to also follow Suplexology and make sure you follow this man because he provides you the good shit, the adventures of Money Mike Lopez. And we'll be having adventures here too.
The adventures of Money Mike Lopez.
That's right. There you go. Trademark it right now. That's all yours. Put it in a snap. T-shirt. There you go. And of course, follow Mr. Matt Callis as well. And because Pantheon is coming soon, and I'm looking forward to see what they have surprises for us, especially with that katana that he has on. What he has right now. Yeah. But once again, now en español. Want to go ahead y darle gracias a Dios a todos y por el apoyo y soporte que nos da aquí en Cerco de Debate, ya aquí en el capítulo del 99. Y no se olvide que también a todos nuestros que área la plataforma que nos están escuchando, suscribe a Cerco de Debate también en nuestro canal de YouTube y también por un comentario también en nuestro canal de YouTube. ¿Qué gustaría que nosotros hiciéramos para el próximo capítulo? Avísanos y para que así podamos para ver los votos, a ver qué podemos hacer para el próximo capítulo. Pero a todo mi Latinoamérica, de Colombia y de Ecuador, de Sudamérica, de México.
Y de Guatemala, cabrones.
Guatemala está. Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Brasil.
Brasilero. Yomanje Lamela.
Le damos gracias a Dios por escuchar. Gracias por el soporte aquí en Cerco Debate y por favor suscribe. Y now to pass it on to Money Mike to let our European listeners know.
Ja, danke, Herr Ivan und Herr Matt. Herr Matt. Let's see. Oh yes, where was I? Danke. Und es ist 99 und I'm getting tongue-tied. I had it in my head. Es ist 99 und morgen ist wir sind 100. Ja, Circle of Debate 100. Willkommen und danke für hören Sie Circle of Debate und Spotify aus YouTube. Danke, vielen guten Abend. Tschüss.
Thank you very much for tuning in, Brian Van Cook. Thank you so much. Great to appreciate you, and hopefully you'll see us here next week as well. Hopefully we'll see you. Matt Callis, take it away.
Minasan, Circle of Debate, Moto Ichiban.
There you go. Lord.
Thank you.
Okay. And also to our new audio, which I'm looking, of course. Shout out to Fiji for listening to us as well. New listeners up in Fiji.
We love you, Fiji.
Oh, wow. I love your water, guys.
You guys aren't too far away from the Philippines, so you guys are.
And you know what that means? Jollibee.
Oh,
there might be one. There might be one there. Who knows?
Yeah.
There might be one there.
Oh my God, I love it. But now let's let Mr. Callis take us out because we have to go this way. We're not going to do this though.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
I love that. I love that video. I love that clip so much. Even if play it, even when it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I'd love for you to play that whenever.
All right.
We don't make history. I mean,
no, not at all, Matt. Not at all.
We make wrestling, bro. It's just like we don't make podcasts. We make history.